Hey guys, it's Gabby and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to be doing a little BH Cosmetics haul with some fun products I just got. I'm also going to create a look for you guys, so if you'd like to see that, keep on watching. Okay, so first I'm going to give a little rundown of everything I got, and then I'll go ahead and open it and then try to use most of the products on my face today so you can get a look on what they kind of look like. So here's the box with all the goodies in it. So the first thing that I got is this 4-color blush palette. The palette's name is Vanilla Peach Truffle. It has some really pretty colors in there, and I'll open that in a minute and show you. And then another thing I got in here is this palette, and there is no way I'm going to be able to pronounce the name of this, so I'll go ahead and put that name up here so you can see what it's called. It has a lot of bright tropical colors, and I know we're getting into kind of fall times, but I don't feel like there's that many rules on what colors you can wear with what season, so I think this top row anyway, as you'll see in a minute, is going to be perfect for fall time as well, but I love these fun colors on the bottom, just to kind of make it bright and fun. And then I also got this mini palette, this mini eyeshadow palette, and I believe there are 16 colors in this one, so it's pretty small, but it's called the Romantic Nomad palette, and I'll open this up in a bit as well, so you can see all the shades up close. And then I did get one tool this time, so this one is the Bent Liner Brush, number 12, and I mostly got this one for precise lines even on my inner corner, or even a liner brush, but most of the time I like these for the inner corner colors or adding a little bit of glitter. So this is perfect for that. And then I did get a Diamond Dazzler loose foil pigment, and this shade is really pretty. The shade is Brilliant, and it's kind of a pinky rose gold color. And then lastly, I got 2 different lip liners, and they're both waterproof lip liners. And the first one is a red lip liner, and it's in the shade Glory. And the second is in the shade Stripped, and this one seems to be more of a nudie pink, but we'll see better once I'm able to try it on. So I'm going to go ahead and unpackage all of these, and then I'll run through everything one more time so you can get a better look of what the inside is, and then swatch some colors for you. And then we can get into putting some on my face. Okay, so I have everything unwrapped now, so I'm going to go ahead and open it and show you the colors. So this is the Vanilla Peach Truffle 4-color blush palette. And then if you open that up, it does have a little mirror on the inside, which you can kind of see. And then these are the 4 colors right there. So you get a good look of all of these. So those are really pretty and pretty universal. And since my skin is so fair, I really like these peachy or pinky tones. They blend really well for me. So that's awesome. And then that other larger eyeshadow palette that has the 12 larger pan sizes. Like I said, I can't for the life of me pronounce this palette name, so I'm going to put it again up here just so you can see. And I'll also link everything down below that I used today, so you can just click the link and follow it that way as well. So this is what these colors look like. There's another mirror in here, which is nice because you don't always get a mirror in these palettes. And like I said earlier, you can kind of see that that top row is some more neutral colors, and then down below has those more neon, vibrant, kind of rainbow colors. So you can make some really fun looks with this, or even just like a neutral everyday look if that's what you're more into. So that's awesome as well. And then that other little eyeshadow palette with the 16 shades, I was kind of surprised when it said 16 and I expected it to be a little bit larger. But these are what the pan sizes look like on this one, if I can open it. So yet again, another mirror. And then you have more of these small round pan sizes, which still are fine because most of the time you don't hit pan on a lot of the palettes, especially if you have multiple palettes. It makes it really difficult to actually make it through all the shadows. So this is kind of nice, and you can almost throw this one in your purse or use this one for traveling since it's not huge. So that's really cool. And I really love the shades in here, some of these purple shades. I'm curious to see how they apply when you make a look with them. I'm really excited. And then also let's get to that loose foil pigment in this shade Brilliant. And as you can see, it's kind of a small little component. And then you open it and it has kind of a shaker top on it. And then I've never actually used these loose foil pigments before, so I'll have to play around with it a little bit and see what the color payoff on that is as well. I'm not sure if these are mostly used for eyes or if you can use them as a highlighter. I might actually use this as a highlighter today because it's such a pretty color and I think it'll work well with my skin tone. And then here's a closer look at that, it's kind of hard to see, a closer look at that angled brush. You can see how it's kind of bent at the tip. When I zoom in a little bit to create a look, I'll show this a little bit closer up as well. But it has that really precise, almost like pointy end to it, so you can get really into sharp corners and create a more precise line with that. And then lastly, I have both of the lip liners with me, and then this is that first one, and this is the one that's in the shade Stripped, that more nudie pink color. And I'll go ahead and just swatch that right now for you so you can kind of see. And I'll zoom in as well when I'm doing the actual application on my lips, and I'll do both shades so you can see what they both look like. They do feel pretty creamy, a little bit stiff when you first start, but once it kind of warms up, it gets much more creamy. And then that second color, the red one, is Glory. And that one swatched looks like this. And it's almost has a little pink undertone to it, so that's really pretty. But I think it would still pair well with even a fuchsia lipstick or a red lipstick. So I'm excited to use that one because I ran out of my red lip liner that I used to have. So I'm going to zoom in now, and then we can go ahead and create a look with all of these and see what they look like when they're applied. Okay, I'm all zoomed in, and I already have my foundation and eyeliner and mascara on today, so we can just jump into these colors and see what they look like. So just for fun, I think I'm going to do one eye with each of the eyeshadow palettes so we can kind of see what each one of those look like on. So let me go ahead and do, let's do this eye with this palette, the larger palette, and kind of go from there. And I think I want to kind of do a more fun look on that eye, and then maybe a more subdued look on this side using the other palette. I think I'm going to go with first the shade Noelle, and this kind of like mustardy yellow color. I'm going to go ahead and try and apply a little bit of this with my finger and see if I can get some more color concentration on there as opposed to the brush. Oh yeah, you get much more pigmentation if you use your finger to apply it. And something else I love about this palette is that it's kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone. I definitely would not go for a yellow eyeshadow on most days, so that's kind of fun. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more color on there. I'm going to go in with the color right next to it in Monarch and go in the crease with that. Yeah, that's really pretty, and that one went applied really well with a brush. So sometimes you can still get a good color payoff with a brush. Very summery. I think I'm going to go in next with this kind of hot pink color. And I can't pronounce that name, so I'm going to add that up above this too so you can see what that's called. But I'm going to go in kind of on the outer corner by that orange color and blend that in. A little bit of pop of pink. Wow, look at that. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. I think I'm actually going to take this as an opportunity to use my little angled brush that I just got as well and pop a color in the corner of my eye. And I'm going to go ahead and wet this brush. So I'm just going to use this La Roche-Posay spring water spray and just kind of wet that a little bit. And I think I'm going to go in with that hot pink color again. I might need to look in my mirror for this one. Okay, and sorry for doing that kind of off camera. It's really hard to get a good look from the viewfinder. But I'll zoom in with this brush again in a second so you can get a good look at this, and then I'll kind of get closer so you can see this eye up close. It's looking pretty cool. Okay, so up close you can see I have that hot pink color kind of blended out on that side, and then I did a pop of the pink in the middle. It's kind of a gradient sunset looking shade combination right now, and I really like it. I think I might add a little bit of the purple in there as well. So let me go ahead and do that. So that's the purple is the shade right next to the hot pink. It's a little more subtle. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Yeah, that definitely looks more sunset-y right now. I really like that. Awesome. So yeah, I'm going to have to play around more with this palette, create some more neutral looks with this, and then maybe I'll go ahead and add some other looks I create with this on my Instagram, so you can take a look at those and see what other looks you can achieve using this palette, because I feel like you could do some really fun rainbow looks, or like I said, maybe a neutral pretty color for Thanksgiving coming up. So I'll go ahead and do that for sure and have that posted before Thanksgiving so you can see what that looks like. And my Instagram and all that information is down below in the description box. So moving on, let's do the other eye now. Okay, and then for this eye, I'm going to go ahead and do that Romantic Nomad palette. And these ones have more subdued shades compared to the last one. So I think I'm going to try to create a more neutral look for this palette today. So I might focus, on more of the brownie shades, maybe some of these cream shades above, and go from there. So let me go ahead and get a good base color. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this kind of pinky champagne color right on the second line here. I'm just kind of going in with this kind of angled blending brush. Let me go ahead and try that with my finger as well. It's pretty subtle, but you can see it in more natural light probably better. It almost has like an iridescent shift to it. I don't know if you can see that on my finger or not. It's kind of hard to see on my eye, but it does blend really well. Now I'm going to go in with this lighter brown shade, kind of a caramely brown shade over here as a transition color. It's pretty pigmented. I'm going to bring this one down just a little bit here as well. I think I'm going to deepen up that crease with that darker brown shade right next to it. Yeah, pretty. I think I'm going to smudge out that line just a little bit more and then just kind of go over this top line. Okay, I just needed that line to be less sharp, and I'm going to go in and just touch up the crease. Pretty. So yeah, there's definitely a stark difference between both of these looks. So this is more of like an everyday look, and then this one's more of a, well, it can be an everyday look too, depending on what you're in the mood for. This one's definitely a more dramatic look for me. Both really pretty though. I feel like the pigmentation on this palette is much stronger, but I'll have to see how that other row of colors does as well. This Romantic Nomad palette I feel like is really nice for an everyday look if you're going to just throw on some makeup really quick, or if you want to have a really bold lip that day, this might be really nice to use. So it's still really pretty. So I think I need some color on my face. I'm pretty washed out from my foundation. I'm going to jump into that Vanilla Peach 4-color blush palette now, and then I'll show you those colors again now that I'm zoomed in. So here's what they're looking like. I think I might mix a couple colors. I think I might mix these top 2 colors and see what that looks like, and then maybe I'll do the other 2 on this side. So I'm going to do the more subdued ones up here. Yeah, that's really nice. Really pigmented as well. I'm going to go ahead and do these darker shades from the bottom on this side. Yeah, really pretty. I feel like these would all be really pretty mixed together. So again, on this side of my face, I did these 2. And I always start on the apples of my cheeks and then kind of blend up and around. Pretty. So yeah, that's a lot of blush, but sometimes it's fun just to have a little extra. So yeah, this is definitely worth it. It has really pretty shades. They all seem pretty mix and match. But let me go ahead and throw on a little bit of bronzer and highlighter real quick. That isn't BH Cosmetics, but just so I can kind of warm up the face. And then we'll kind of jump into some lips, because I feel like I need some lips going on. Okay, so the bronzer I'm using today is the Milani bronzer in the shade Sunlight. It's super light. I think it's their lightest shade. Yeah, it's 01, so I'm sure it's their lightest shade. I'm going to go ahead and just focus that on under my cheekbones. It's so funny. I keep looking at myself and I'm like, ooh. Now let's add a little highlighter. Instead of regular highlighter today, I'm going to use that loose foil pigment that we just got. You can see how that kind of can be used as a highlighter. I'm just going to dump a little bit out, and then you can see on my finger, it's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of shiny there. So I'll just pat some where I'd normally put highlighter. I'm not sure if this is meant to be a highlighter or not, but look how shiny that is. With that super icy looking highlighter, this is definitely the way to go. And there you go. Super, super shiny. So yeah, I bet this would be really pretty on the lid as well. Actually, I'm going to do some on this lid since this one's a little more toned down. That actually seems a little more subtle on the eye, but it's super pretty still. Well, I'm like blinded a little bit from that cheek. So yeah, this is going to be really fun to kind of experiment with, create some looks with. And yeah, like I said, if you want it as a highlighter or even for like a festival look, this would be really pretty. So moving on, let's go ahead and try these lip liners. I'm going to try the lighter shade first, that pinky nudish color in the shade Stripped. Yeah, this is the perfect nude for my lips. Pretty. Let's go ahead and add a lipstick to that. So I'm going to use this nude lipstick from Soap & Glory in the Sexy Mother Pucker line. And this one's called Super Nude. Pretty. Yeah, that lip liner was super creamy. It went on super easy. So that's really great. And I have been really needing a new nude lip liner that wasn't too beigey. I really like that it has a little bit of a pink undertone for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off so we can try the Glory red color. That's all off, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into that Glory red color. Okay, so Glory seemed to pull just a little bit more. It wasn't as creamy as Stripped, but it still has a nice pigmentation to it. I'm going to throw on a lipstick with this one as well. And that's also from Soap & Glory's Sexy Mother Pucker line, and this is the shade Tom and Cherry. And I chose this one because it kind of has that reddish pink color, almost like this Glory shade does. Super, super nice. Yeah, that matches perfectly. This is a really great holiday combination, I feel like. Even with this loose foil pigment on my cheek, that'd be really fun for the holidays as well, or New Year's. So I really like that also. I'm going to take my hair down so we can get a look, full look at everything. And I'll go ahead and zoom out for you as well. Okay, so that's everything I got today in this haul, and I did buy everything with my own money. They didn't send any of this to me. I just wanted to really try some other products. I had tried a few palettes in the past, but I have not tried any of their lip liners, and I've never tried the loose foil pigment either. So that was really fun to play with and still blinding. So that's really fun. I would like to try this with a different eye look sometime and see if I can get that really bright sparkle there as well. But I love the lip liners, and then that first colorful palette I really love. The smaller eyeshadow palette, the Romantic Nomad, was okay. I'd still recommend it for just a travel palette, but for an everyday palette, I don't know if it's my favorite. I do love the Vanilla Peach Truffle 4-color blush palette. That's super pretty and I feel like will work on almost anybody. So overall, I recommend pretty much everything I got in this haul, and I know I look a little bit crazy right now because I have two different things going on my eyes, but wanted to be able to give you a fair comparison of both palettes and jump in and kind of see what they look like up close. Let me know what your favorites were in this haul, and go ahead and comment down below anything you'd like to see from me, and please subscribe because it helps build my channel. And if you have any recommendations, let me know because I'd love to film anything for you. So go ahead and leave those down below as well. But anyway, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye guys.